Final race of the day, Luna Rossa, Prada, Pirelli, Orient Express Racing. So let's look at Luna Rossa, Prada, Pirelli. Looks like time on distance is going to be an absolute peach in the final race of the day. They're sailing against themselves at the moment, but most importantly, they'll want to be able to complete the full 6 legs.
So basically, the French there over the course side of the line early there when the gun went. So the restart from Richard Slater there, which is exactly what the French are doing now. They've cleared their start line and now they're off. But Luna Rossa, Prada, Pirelli will just be boosting it over to the left-hand side of the course there, Shirley.
I mean, the French were, well, nearly a whole boat length over the entry line there. I mean, is that software errors or just getting to grips with it, or just, you know, just a mistake?
Yeah, it's a really good question. You'd hope that it's a software issue, but I'm not sure there. We'll have to wait and hear from possibly Terry Dullar from the coach boat at some point during the race. But watching Luna Rossa, Prada, Pirelli here, they are really sailing well.
On to Chase Zero, Peter Lester, did you get a first-hand view of what was going on with the French?
Well, yeah, coming in, they did fall into a light spot and they just fell off the foils, and then it just takes such a hard speed build, you know, when you're trying to get down below the line. And really then from there on, it's all just back foot stuff. But with time, you'd think they'd rectify those pre-start. You haven't got a lot of time in terms of only 2 minutes. And if you do make a handling error, it's so costly. But Luna Rossa, Prada, Pirelli really just dominated. They went out to that windward side, they waited their chance, and now they are gone and looking superb as they head up, heading over towards the right.
Orient Express Racing, their learning curve is a steep one. That's a second poor start they've made, to be honest, and it has cost them. But I'll repeat again what we've said before. We had a chance to see them in practice racing in the last couple of days, and once they get going, it's a quick boat. This is about fast boats. It is a quick boat.
Yeah, they're a quick boat and they're a talented bunch. I mean, they are, you've been working with them, they're sort of inhaling knowledge, aren't they, the whole time. And, you know, I've high hopes that they're just going to get better and better at a rapid pace.
Luna Rossa, Prada, Pirelli around the top mark for the first time. Now that's, I was about to say, that's pretty tidy, Glenn.
Wasn't their best one. You heard Jimmy Spidell say that he was blocked out on the Traveller, so he's obviously getting to a pressure relief setting there on the Traveller, so that's interesting to hear on the comms.
And Orient Express Racing go around the left-hand mark as you can see it on your screen, whatever size of screen you may be watching on. And
yeah, that's a nice rounding from the guys there. They're you know, they've got round there pretty cleanly and you know, sailing downwind pretty well here. So if they can lock in, keep sailing the boat cleanly, that's the most important thing for these guys to do at the moment, is just get the boat round the course cleanly, because the package we're all hoping is going to be pretty good and get them in the mix for sure.
Oh, 50 knots is the magic number, isn't it, for the foils? That's when you start to really worry about cavitation. And we just can see a little bit of bubbling right there from Luna Rossa.
The boat's just so efficient now. Pete, just going to you onto the water. Can you see the puffs and the lulls there, Pete, from Chase Zero on the water there as they're coming across from where you are?
Yeah, just looking at wind on the water, I'm looking down the track now, and certainly there are some lulls, and that shows up as just a lighter colour on the water. Both boats, for me now, are heading into more pressure as they head over to the right-hand side. There's certainly nothing wrong with Orient's down pace. A fast boat, they've just got to figure out, you know, getting that detail, the crewing, and especially getting off the line. Luna Rossa, Prada, Pirelli, they're on fire, and it's great to see that they're not having any of those electrical issues they had against Emirates Team New Zealand earlier today.
Luna Rossa, Prada, Pirelli, the silver bullet, heading towards the bottom mark for the first time. And you can see they're going to take that right-hand mark, as you said, and around they go. Both boards are down.
This is the race committee. We are moving the windward marks, shortening to the course to 1.85 nautical miles.
You can hear the voice of Timothy Lepau there talking to the rest of the cycling team, and they're pushing really hard. The French boys, they really need to execute this next manoeuvre well. Looking at the optional route there, or optimal route I should say, to the top mark, and not a huge amount on offer there from the simulator for the French to get back into this race, unfortunately.
Massive amount of design decisions to get to this. I mean, normally foiling boats are in flat water. I mean, this has been a huge intellectual exercise, and also for the sailors, they know how to make the machine work. The foils are longer than we saw in New Zealand, but small.
They are super small in area. If you actually look at the foils in real life, you think, how the hell can that carry a 7-ton yacht out of the water at those sort of speeds? They really are an engineering masterpiece, and something that, you know, not many people get to see, but here we are looking at the thing, you know, in real life as it's going through the water. It's really nice.
That's like lifting a truck out the water.
Rossa Prada really fires herself around the right-hand mark as they see it on the water. You just again realise when you see these boats go around these marks how difficult that manoeuvre is, as easy as it looks from where we sit.
Yeah, it's a real balance getting the boat around the mark. It's probably one of the most difficult manoeuvres. The top and the bottom, you know, the hairpin turns, you know, the big change of angle is really, really difficult.
Orient Express Racing coming around now to complete the halfway mark of this final race of the day.
So France touched down, they went into the jibe, they looked all right, but then they flew quite high and they touched down. So again, it's just those control issues that are limiting the French. I think speed-wise, the boat looks fine, but that manoeuvre, the mark rounding looked good. It was that first jibe that was costly. That will be valuable seconds lost.
Luna, Rossa, Prada, Pirelli have certainly lengthened their lead on Orient Express Racing Team in this fourth race as they head down to the bottom gate for the, well, let's just say before the finish. Two more legs to go, and they round that comfortably. Just a bit of a...
Not the best manoeuvre there from Luna, Rossa, Prada, Pirelli. I'm being critical there, but they actually did get a little bit of a sideways slide going on there, so you can see the exit of that tack really slow. They should have been exiting that tack probably about 6 or 8 knots faster than they did there, dropping down to about 26 knots. They should have been well over 30 knots bottom speed in that tack, so might be a critical eye from my point, but you know, they're sailing the boat nicely, so I'm trying to pick anything that I can see to rip them one. But no, look, they're sailing well, but that was just a little bit high, a little bit slidey, and on the edge of grip, which, you know, they're obviously pushing the boat hard.
This is the race committee. We are moving the finish marks. Course length is now 1.75 nautical miles.
So Melanie Roberts there, little course change, just keeping everything square and in line.
It makes for, quite selfishly, some beautiful television when you see boats like this coming at you, graceful, knowing that they are some of the fastest big boats in the world now, going around a course for the ultimate prize, eventually. It's a long way off. October 12th, the start of the match. Who will face Emirates Team New Zealand? Will it be the team that faced them last time? Who knows? We're only the preliminary regatta, and Luna, Rossa, Prada, Pirelli in their second race of the day get the points this time and cross the line in race number 4. That solitary point, valuable after their system's failure back in race 2.
We'll just see a very, very steep improvement as they go forwards, and obviously a big deficit there of 1 minute 33, but I think we will see the team of Orient Express Racing really step up and make some big gains over the coming races, so stand by on that one.